Welcome back to calendar examples, and we are going to continue our SolidWorks exercise series. This is exercise number 6, and here is the drawing for this exercise. You can pause the video here and analyze the drawing. So let's jump right in and get this part done. Now that we have SolidWorks open, let us go to our front plane and create our sketch. So draw a line, zoom to fit so you can see clearly. Let me pan it a little bit to the left, and we're going to create these segments of lines. Okay, made a mistake here, but it's okay. I'll connect these, and then I'm going to select this, make it horizontal, select this, make sure it's vertical. So as you can see, when you make an error, you don't really have to delete, you can just correct it. And now let's go to here, give this a dimension of 2 millimeters for the width. Let's give this a dimension of 60 millimeters. And let's zoom in, select this line, hold shift on the keyboard, and select all these lines and make them collinear. Also repeat the same process for these, make them collinear. And now let us give this some dimensions. This one, let's make this 3 millimeters. And now select this line, select this line. I don't want any points, so I'm going to clear all. I'm going to zoom, and then I'm going to select that line. I'm going to select all these lines here, and this one as well. And let's make them equal. So now let us make this kind of construction line. Let us draw a rectangle. Well, not a rectangle, a rectangular shape. Escape. This is our cutout, and let us dimension this. The width is 10 millimeters, and the distance from this point to this point, I don't want any points, so let's select our lines and make this 5 millimeters. Great. And from here you select your construction line and take it below the construction line, and this is 70 millimeters. It went above, that's okay. And we can select this line, and this one will be 85 millimeters, and this one will be 75 millimeters. And now our sketch is fully defined. Now let us go to features and Revolve bar space. So let us come to, let's take off thin features. Let us go to contours and select inside the sketch. We don't want to select this part because this is our cutout and we need our cutout. And let us click OK. And here is our part. It's not completed. Let's go and continue. So let us go to this top face, and let's go to sketch. First thing we need to do is convert entities. Select this edge and OK. And now let us draw 2 vertical lines. That meets our circle. Enter on the keyboard to repeat the command. OK. Now select both lines using shift and make them vertical constraint. Okay, and dimension, select this one, make this 30, and from this one to this one we'll make it 60. Okay, our sketch is fully defined. Let us go to features and let us go to cut extrude, and with selected contours, this one, and we're going this direction, and we're going to make this 40. Okay, now let us go to our front plane, and we're going to create another sketch on our front plane. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go to section. Okay, and now because this is a little bit dark, let me just take this off, and let me go back to my section. I'm going to make some changes to the background color. Maybe a green will be a little bit better. Yeah. Now let us go to our ellipse. Yeah, and let's create an ellipse along the straight. Okay, and use our dimension feature, and this is 35 millimeters, and from this point up here to this edge, let's make this 25 millimeters. Sketch is fully defined. Let us go to Extrude Cut, and we're going to change this to all both, and OK. Now if I turn my section off, you can see our new extruded cut. Now let's click on this face, create sketch, and let us create some lines here, one here, escape, enter on the keyboard to repeat command, another one here. What you can do, you can make these and use your shift and make these two horizontal, these 2 points. Same goes for these two horizontal. Okay, and now let us go to our 3-point arc, and let's create an arc from our left to right, one click and another click on the right, and this time from right to left, one click and then another click. Okay, and now let us select this point, and origin, and make vertical to our origin, and let us give this a dimension 35 in radius, 35 in radius as well. And now the width is 40 millimeters. Okay, and let's click this arc and shift and dot line and tangent. Okay, and repeat the process for this one. Down here, tangent relation. Okay, our sketch is fully defined, and let us go to features, extrude cut, and we're going to extrude this downward 55 millimeters. And here is our cutout. Now let us go to our front plane once more, create sketch, and let us draw 2 circles. Let's give them dimensions. This one is 20 in diameter, and this one is 15. And we can give the center and origin a horizontal relation. Dimension from this point to this point, that should be 30. Sketch is fully defined. Let us go to features and let us extrude bar space. And there are many ways we can do this. We can go to our midplane. Let's use the midplane option and just dimension this as 68 millimeters. And now you realize we have an error. So let us close this, and this is easily fixed. So what we need to do is go to our 20 millimeters, just double click on that, and let us make it 19.9999. Okay, and it will recognize it as 20, but really it's 19.999. Easy round off. And now if we go back to extrude boss, we can now go to midplane, and we want to extrude the 68 millimeters. Now you can see that it's properly extruded. So anytime you see errors, don't panic. Just find a way to fix it. Alright, so let's go back to sketch 5, and we are going to use extrude cut. We're going to use the same sketch to do an extrude cut, and we're going to do one on our midplane, and we're going to make that 20 millimeters on our midplane, and okay. And as you can see, we have our cutout here. Let's use the same sketch 5, and we're going to create another extrude cut, but we want to use our selected contours, so clear, and let's just select the inner circle, and let's make this. We can do this many ways. We can say up to next and direction 1. You can select direction 2, and we can also say up to next, and okay. And as you can see, we now have our cutout that goes through the holes. Now let us go to reference geometry. Let us rotate our part like this. Let's go to reference geometry, plane, and our first reference, let's use the top plane, and our second reference, let's select the face where we want to place a hole, and okay. And now let's navigate to our hole wizard, and with all these values including up to next, we go to position, select this plane, plane 1, okay, and drop your hole there. Go to smart dimension, and let's dimension this 15, and escape. Select the center point of our hole and origin and make them horizontal, and okay. And that's how we create a hole on a surface in SolidWorks. So now we can go to a plane and you can turn off your plane. Let's apply some material colors, surface color. So go to bodies. We're going to just apply some surface color to this, and let's make this 255, 55, 125. Okay, and then I'm going to turn on real graphics and ambient occlusion. So to fit, and that's it for part number 6. Bye for now.